Fourth, take timeouts effectively and only as needed. Earlier, we talked about how stonewalling, or physically or emotionally removing oneself from one's partner, is one of the most toxic conflict behaviors in couple relationships. However, we've also just seen that sometimes conflict can escalate to a point where continued discussion becomes counterproductive. So, is there ever a place for taking a timeout during conflict in couple relationships? The answer is yes, but it's important for timeouts to be used effectively and as sparingly as possible during conflict discussions. How can you do this? Consider the following tips for using timeouts effectively during couple conflict. First, make sure the purpose of the timeout is clear to both partners. For example, a partner needing a timeout might say, "I'm feeling overwhelmed right now, and it's hard for me to think clearly enough to listen to you. Would it be okay to take a short break so I can get my head cleared so we can have a more positive discussion?" Notice the difference between this type of constructive way of asking for a timeout as compared to something like this. "I can't deal with you right now, and I'm done with this conversation." Second, set a time limit on your timeout. A partner who needs a timeout should provide a time frame in which they think they'll be ready to revisit the conversation, rather than leaving the other person hanging. This may be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, a couple hours, or even a request to wait until the next day. But the time frame for the timeout should be reasonable and not distressing to the other person. It's possible that one or both of you still won't feel ready after the originally designated time frame. So if that happens, discuss an updated time frame. Keep in mind that you can practice good communication and work toward rebuilding trust by honoring the agreed upon time frame for a timeout during conflict.